Good afternoon. Today we will discuss exception handling in PLSQL. PLSQL subject belongs to BSc second year fourth semester. Okay. So exceptions nothing but errors. Okay. So it means errors handling. First of all, we will see what is the meaning of error. So topic is exception handling. First of all, we will see what is meaning of error. See, error is nothing but error is a mistake. When you type a program, if you type wrong according to syntax of that programming language or that software, that means that is the error. So in every programming language, it may be PLSQL or C++, Java, errors are the two types. First one is syntax error. Syntax error, it is also called as a compile time error. Why it is called as a compile time error? It will be shown at compile time. Okay, so that is called as a syntax error. Second one is a logical error. It will be shown at runtime. These are the two types of errors. You take in C++, Alt C at compilation time, when errors will be shown, that is called as syntax error. In Java, Java C filename.java, at that time when it will shows, so that is called as syntax error. Runtime error or logical error nothing but when you in CPP when you take Alt plus R, when it will shows error, that is called logical runtime error. Then in Java file name, at that time it will shows as error, that is called as a runtime or logical error. Okay. So first of all, we will see the example of a syntax error. In syntax error, commonly every programming language C is equal to A plus B semicolon. Commonly in C, C++, even PLSQL also, a simple statement is terminated with the semicolon. In PLSQL, we are taking as a C colon equal. This is a simple statement. If you are not terminating with the semicolon, that indicate as a syntax error. Okay. So when if you not terminating semicolon with a simple statement, that is called as a syntax error. Okay. Right. So this will be shown at runtime, at compilation time, and we can easily detect, we can easily correct. There is no problem. The problem is the runtime errors. So runtime errors. So example, one of the example is divide by 0. So common in programming languages. So I am taking integer. Suppose A is equal to 10, B is equal to 3, and C is equal to 3. So division is equal to A by B minus C. So 10 by 3 minus 3. 10 by 3 minus 3 is 0. 10 by something by 0, infinite. So in programming languages, when it will shows as infinite, infinite will not shows. This is one of the example of a logical error. Now come to our subject in PLSQL, one of the example of a logical error. So in PLSQL, we discussed a number of programs. In PLSQL, where we specified where employee number equal to 7788. If one row is there, that row data will display, but if multiple rows are there, multiple rows data with the in a PLSQL will not, it will not display. Compulsory multiple rows data accessing purpose, we require cursor concept. In cursor we are using as a loops. Without cursor we can't display the multiple rows data in a from a table. So example, this is a query. Select employee name from EMP, where department number is equal to 20. So it means the employees who are working in department number 20, that names we are displaying. So in the department number 20, there are multiple employees are there. in multiple employees, if you perform this result in the PLSQL without cursor, we can't display. So at this time it is indicated as a logical error. So multiple rows we can't fetch, it will display. At this time, if you display proper message, there we are using exception handling in PLSQL. So with the exception handling, what is the need of the exception handling? When runtime errors will occur in a program, it will display some proper message. For this purpose, when we are using one of the predefined exception PLSQL is to underscore many underscore rows. So it is one of the logical predefined exception, too many rows. When we are accessing multiple rows from a table, we can't access without cursor. At this time, this exception will be raised. So with the help of exception handling in PLSQL, some proper message will be displayed when runtime errors occurs in a program. That is the usage of the exception handling. You take any programming languages, but with the help of exception handling, errors will not corrected. And this is not related to compilation time error. It is related to runtime error. When runtime errors occurs in a program, some proper message will be displayed by the exception handling. And we will see the in PLSQL there are two types of exceptions. We will see how we are using, how we are implementing with the help of a program. We will see one by one.
అది ఏమన్నారంటే ఇప్పుడు రెండు సార్లు చేసావు నీ లాస్ట్ ఛాన్స్ రేపు కాకపోతే చెయ్యమన్నారు. అయితే డ్యూటీ అయితే ఇక ఒక్కొక్కరిని అడుగుదాం అనుకుంటా. ఇక అన్ని ఒకరికి చెప్తే మంచిగా ఉంటుంది కదా, మరి వాళ్ళు కూడా అనుకుంటారు కదా.
So in PLSQL there are two types of exceptions. One is a predefined exceptions. So there are two examples are there in predefined exceptions. First one is no data found. When this exception will be raised, if suppose if you are accessing of some information, you specified where employee number, if that employee number not in a table, there is a no data, at this time the exception will be raised, that is no data found. Okay. Second one, B, too many rows. Too many rows. If we are accessing any data from a table, if multiple rows are there, without cursor we can't access. At this time, if we are not using cursor concept in a program, at this time this exception will be raised. So we should write some proper message in that exception. So to underscore many underscore rows. Okay, right. Now we'll see how we are implementing exception handling in PLSQL, and we discussed in PLSQL structure. And exception handling is the one of the optional part in a program. It is not compulsory to specify. We can specify. It is not compulsory. If we are specifying where exception will be there, that we will see. First, the structure where we are specifying as exception. So first of all, declare. So first then here variables are declared, then begin. So input section, computing section, display section. Then here we are writing as an exception. then end. So here this is exception. After displaying the result, we are specifying as exception. Here in exception, we can specify either user defined or predefined according to our wish. And exception handling in PLSQL is not a compulsory. It is optional. If you want, you can specify. If you don't want, there is not a need. Okay, na? So that is a exception handling. Now we'll see one of the predefined exception in PLSQL. So that is no data found exception. Okay, and how the exceptions will be raised will be specified. So if you take predefined exception, so predefined exception will be specified. First of all, we should write exception. Then when exception name, when exception name, then action. Okay, so this is a way of declaration exception. Exception in exception handling, exception will be there. When exception name, then we should write the action. It may be predefined or user defined. If user defined exception is there, compulsory exception name we should specify in the declaration part. Today we will see, today and in the next classes we will see all the predefined exceptions, too many rows, no data found, and also we will see one user defined exception also. Okay. See, program on no underscore data underscore found exception, no data found. Suppose we are accessing any table information, if the department number is not there, this exception will be raised. How we'll see. Okay. First of all, declare E number so just we will take as a employee number. Okay, name we are accessing from employee table, employee number, percentage type. Okay, we discussed it. Percentage type is one of the attribute of PLSQL. It is used to access or copy the structure of current table one column into this variable name. So employee is one of the by default table which contain employee number is one of the column. The column structure will be copied into name or employee number. So here we take as a employee name, ename. So ename structure we are copying into name. So now we are taking as a begin. Okay, so select only employee name into name from EMP, where employee number is equal to 7788. So 7788 will be there. So the exception will not rise. First we will see. So then we copied employee name into name. We are displaying. Now we are displaying DBMS underscore output dot put line. So here just we are displaying employee name column. ename is equal to name column. So employee name will display. If the employee number is there, the name will be displayed. So otherwise, now we are writing exception. So we should use when no data found, no underscore data underscore found, then action, then DBMS underscore output dot put line So here we should write all the things. Then we are writing employee number is equal to something, employee number not in employee table. So then program terminate with end semicolon. Okay. So if employee number is a 7788, that name will display. So at this time the exception will not rise because 7788 employee number in the employee table. So it will display only one row. The row will display. Suppose here in employee number I am specifying as a 1234. We know that 1234 employee number not in a employee table. At this time this exception will be raised. What is the exception? When no data found. This employee number not in employee table, this exception will be raised. It will display proper message as a employee number not in employee table. So when you specify the employee number whose number not in employee table, then only this exception will be raised as a, it will display result as a employee number not in employee table. Suppose the employee number, you take any number which is in table, at that time the exception will not rise. It will display output as that employee name. So this is one of the example of a predefined exception, no data found. Once again, how we are declaring, we will see. And exception will be specified in the exception handling, and exception will be specified as a when exception name, then action. This is in the predefined exception. In user defined exception we are using as a rise option. Then at that time we will see. First declare, this is a column name or here variable. This variable structure we are copying employee table, employee name with the help of percentage type attribute. Then begin, select employee name, we are storing into name from EMP where employee number equal to 1234, DBMS underscore employee name is equal to name. Then exception, when no data found, then when no data found, then DBMS employee number not in employee table. If employee number is not there, this exception will be raised. Suppose if you specify 7788, 7788 will be there. At that time exception will not rise, it will display that employee name. Okay. So this is one of the concept. After this no data found is there, then too many rows exception will be there, that we will see. Okay. So in this is the program on, and see first of all we'll see the theme. So another PLSQL predefined exception, single row exception is to underscore many underscore rows. When this exception will be raised, if you are not using cursor concept in PLSQL, but when you are accessing multiple rows from a table, this exception will be raised. So compulsory, if you want to access multiple rows from a table, we must use cursor concept. If you are not using cursor concept, automatically this exception will be raised. To underscore many underscore rows. So with the help of too many underscore rows, we should display some proper message. Message as a what we are displaying, in so and so department number there are more than one employee. So if more than one employee, without cursor concept we can't display. Suppose if you are specifying, select a star from EMP where salary greater than or equal to 2500. 2500 in employee table, there are more than one row. That one row will not display. At this time this exception will be displayed. In that exception we will write a proper message as a so and so in table there are multiple rows whose salary greater than or equal to 2500. Okay. So that is the theme of this too many underscore many underscore rows exception. Same, too many rows and if it is predefined, there is no need to specify the exception name in the declaration part. If user defined, compulsory we should explain the exception part. And about the too many rows program, we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you once again. Good afternoon.